Enter the Amazon forest floor, and you are stepping into an alien, highly hostile environment. This is a place ruled by apex predators, perfectly adapted to hunt unseen in the dense brush. The sheer density of the vegetation here acts as a physical shield. It creates a dark, isolated world that conceals thousands of living creatures that have completely evaded human detection. Navigating this space is nearly impossible for humans. The undergrowth is a chaotic, tangled mess of thick parasitic vines and moss-covered trunks, forming a natural, impenetrable barrier to modern exploration. This exact physical hostility is its greatest asset. By keeping humans out, this extreme environment remains the planet's ultimate vault of undiscovered life. Scientists working on the edges of this barrier document an average of 400 entirely unclassified species every single year. These aren't minor variations of known animals. We are finding highly specialized organisms and bizarrely adapted insects thriving in microclimates that exist absolutely nowhere else on Earth. When you compare that astonishing rate of continuous discovery against a forest that has existed for millions of years, the math is humbling. The overwhelming majority of this biome remains a total black box to modern science. This isolated biological engine forms the foundational base layer of a massive planetary machine, one that dictates the survival of the human race globally. Moving from the forest floor to an aerial view, we see the central artery pumping life into that engine, the Amazon River. It ranks as the second longest river globally, but length is a poor metric for its scale. By sheer volume of water, it has absolutely no rival. This animation illustrates exactly how much water is flowing through that channel. The total volume of the Amazon could sustain the daily water consumption of the entire human population for 7 full years. This flow hydrates the local basin and generates massive atmospheric rivers that stabilize the worldwide freshwater cycle and global weather patterns. This river functions as the primary circulation system for Earth's most vital resource. Zooming out further to the satellite level, the unbroken green canopy begins to look like a single massive organ breathing in sync with the atmosphere. This area graph breaks down the global air supply. Notice this massive portion here. This single jungle canopy produces a full 20% of the oxygen for the entire planet. The dense tree cover is an active, living filtration system. It absorbs massive amounts of atmospheric carbon dioxide, locks it into the wood and soil, and exhales the breathable air we depend on. Which brings us to a stark mathematical paradox. Humanity is systematically dismantling this exact planetary life support system every single day. Vast tracts of this critical infrastructure are methodically cut down. The intricate canopy is leveled, processed, and hauled away as raw timber by heavy industry. We are liquidating the very mechanism that scrubs our atmosphere, trading a permanent biological asset for temporary commercial gain. The transition on the ground is absolute. A hyperdense, vibrant ecosystem is rapidly reduced to a barren, scorched wasteland. Land clearing operations rely on aggressive slash-and-burn tactics, incinerating entire habitats and guaranteeing the permanent extinction of those unclassified species before we can even study them. The immediate atmospheric blowback is severe. When the forest burns, the process reverses. Instead of absorbing carbon, the world's greatest biological filter becomes a massive carbon emitter, dumping centuries of stored greenhouse gases straight back into the sky. We are witnessing a rapid, calculated subtraction of the planet's baseline defenses. If this exact rate of destruction continues unchecked, the resulting math is undeniable. Without the canopy to anchor the hydrological cycle, that immense 7-year global water reserve will inevitably dry up, permanently fracturing global rainfall patterns and causing deep droughts worldwide. Concurrently, that 20% slice of our global oxygen supply disappears. There is no backup system, and no other forest mass on Earth has the scale to replace that deficit. The Amazon functions as irreplaceable global infrastructure. Every acre lost is a direct subtraction from our own survival.